Hi there. This is Dr. John Whitcomb for News and Nutrition, talking about oxidized phospholipids and autoimmune disease. I say that because I've seen a couple of stark examples in the last couple of weeks. One is a woman who'd had interstitial cystitis for some 10 years. Her life was ruined by it. She was waking up 10, 15 times at night to pee. Had terrible agonizing discomfort. You can imagine. And anybody who's heard a friend or had a friend who has interstitial cystitis has heard the same story. We started her on prodrome glia, which is basically the phospholipid plasmalogen that's in breast milk. That's mothers provide for a baby to myelinate its brain. Well, this myelinates the membranes of your body, and roughly 20% of every membrane of every cell in your body is made of plasmalogen lipids, and they tend to be in the part that is the most fluid part and has proteins that need to be able to change shapes, and plasmalogen lipids allow that to happen. Plasmalogen lipids also have on their surface a vinyl ether bond that harvests and protects the cell from peroxide, the universal marker of oxidative stress. Oxidative stress, well, it's about 20 years ago, a guy by the name of Tsimikas, Tsimikas, in 2006 in the American Journal of Cardiology, published what's called the Bruneck study, a 10-year follow-up of 765 men with coronary artery disease. And it was found that the most accurate indicator of future coronary disease was in fact damaged phospholipids, plasmalogens. The most accurate indicator. Okay, that's coronary disease. And then just this last week, I heard a report of 7 children from Seattle who had COVID myocarditis, chest pain. All 7 of them had C-reactive proteins unbelievably high, 70 to 120, unbelievably high levels. And they were all told to go home and stay home from school for a month and rest and be quiet, and that they would get better, and it would take a couple of weeks to a month to get better. They were given prodrome glia and were better in 12 hours. The C-reactive protein was measured and was also back to normal. Can you imagine 120 down to 0.5 in 24 hours? Never heard anything like that. I've seen the same thing happen with severe migraine headache, a COVID headache that was so severe, ER visit and a CT scan, 100 milligrams per kilo of prodrome glia, headache was gone in 3 hours. Something spooky is going on here that is opening a new door to insight. What's going on is in the line of oxidative stress, and COVID is a particularly oxidating virus. But any oxidative stress, great big huge too much food for dinner is oxidating stress. Ice cream is oxidative stress. Sugar by itself makes oxidative stress. You reach a certain threshold, and it's hard to make the replacement plasmalogen lipids. That's the problem. We only make them slowly. And if we're in an environment where we degrade them faster, we get in trouble that we can't escape. And so it becomes a chronic disease. That may be the pathophysiology of all autoimmune diseases. And they look like they're autoimmune because what's happening is we're basically damaging the membranes, exposing bare naked cell beneath it. And that then sets off antibody responses. So you look like you're attacking your body. Well, actually what really happened is you got damaged membranes. It's like you had a broken window in your house. And who knows what got in? Some bats flew in, or a hawk, or a bear, or whatever. We've seen pictures on YouTube of creatures that come in your house when you have broken windows or open doors. The new hypothesis for autoimmune disease is damaged plasmalogens allow your body to then start the cycle of coronary artery disease and autoimmune disease and post-COVID Interesting. What will work for me? If I get COVID, I'm going to take a bottle of prodrome glia over the next 5-6 days just to repair the damage that happened. This is Dr. John Whitcomb for News and Nutrition. You might think about doing the same thing. We should probably all be paying attention to this. This is like the door in the back of the closet in the Narnia fables. We're opening a new door to a whole new reality, and that's the loss of membrane lipids, particularly plasmalogens, opens you up to all sorts of horrible diseases.